Hello and welcome to bestappsite.com, your source for iPhone app news and reviews. And today we're here to take a look at the long-awaited Magellan Car Kit. Actually, this is the first GPS car kit I've ever reviewed because I just couldn't bring myself to getting one of these, and Magellans look so great that I decided to go ahead and give them a shot. So, here's what it is. It's a holder with a suction cup, obviously, for your windshield or your dashboard. They do give you the dashboard mount as well. The thing I really like about theirs, as opposed to some of the other ones I've seen, is you notice that there's no sides to it. There's basically the dock connector at the bottom and the holder at the top, which is adjustable. So that makes it really nice if your iPhone or iPod Touch, and yes, I did say iPod Touch, is in a case or sleeve or some type of holder for it. As long as the dock connector is exposed, most likely this kit will fit it. Now on the bottom, there is a speaker so that you can hear the voice commands nice and loud. There's even an audio out jack that if you wanted to, or if your car had audio in, you would be able to use this audio out and hear it through your car stereo. Everything is fully adjustable, including the mount here for the thickness of your iPhone or iPod, the adjustable top. Everything works great. Now, the suction cup. I'm not a fan of suction cups in general, because I've always had bad experiences with them. However, what I normally travel with is a friction mount. These are the kinds of mounts that just sit on your dashboard. They're like bean bags. And so if I were going to use this mount, I would get a generic friction mount and basically attach the suction cup to that instead of the windshield. So you'll have links to that and everything that I'm talking about today at bestappsite.com. But we are going to give it the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to go ahead and attach it to the windshield and give it a shot. So bear with me here for a sec. Let's go ahead and get that in place. Just trying to get it so you can see it. And I got to admit, that is a good mount. I mean, it pretty much locked in there pretty nicely. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and attach our device. But in this case, we're not going to use an iPhone. We're going to use an iPod Touch. We're going to use an iPod Touch because the iPod Touch is the best case scenario for this because it does not have a GPS built in. If you have an iPhone 3G or iPhone 3GS, well, your device already has a GPS built in, and this would amplify it. However, if you're on an iPod, well, you don't have a GPS, so this becomes your GPS device. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this. We'll just connect it to the dock connector here. And we'll just go ahead and clamp it in there. And it holds it nice and snug, so you don't have to worry about it falling. It's not going to fall off. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is, obviously there's a cable hanging down, and that cable goes to the cigarette lighter adapter, which is of course supplied. And we're just going to go ahead and plug that in so we get some nice power going to the unit while we're driving along. And what this device will also do is, of course, lock on to a GPS signal. Now, I'm going to adjust it a little bit just for the camera's sake, just so you guys can see it a little bit better. Let's take it down there, and let's get it right about there. There we go. Now, it is adjustable from the back, so I could loosen it up there and adjust it further. I think I'm just going to tilt the camera down a little bit better there so you guys can see it. All right, now, I'm going to go ahead and also take a chance, take the opportunity to introduce you to Magellan's Navigation App as well. But keep in mind, the beauty of this particular mount is that it works with any GPS navigation app, so you don't even have to use theirs. However, since they were nice enough to send me the unit, I'm going to go ahead and also talk about their app as well, because I am a fan of GPS navigation apps. Now, of course, the mount itself can go horizontal or vertical. I prefer GPS navigation to be horizontal. and as soon as the app launches, it will switch over for me. So I don't want to continue my route. And now it has basically locked onto a GPS signal, and it knows exactly where I am. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm on my iPhone now. I'm looking up an address that I want to key in. And let's, before I do that, I'm going to talk about why I'm looking it up over here in a moment. But let's go ahead and get that address up here. There it is. Okay. So now I know the address that I want to go to, but let's say I didn't. I'm going to go to menu here, and I get the ability to put in an address, points of interest, previous destinations, and contacts. Now I thought, this is what I love. I love it when a GPS knows about the contacts on the device and the addresses that are in there, and therefore I don't have to worry about putting them in manually. However, this is the problem I ran into. So I'm going to go ahead and do contacts. And I'm going to go ahead, go back, all contacts. And I'm going to go ahead and type in the person that I'm looking for here. So we'll do Craig. Now, I found Craig, and I'm just going to go ahead and tap it. And what I thought it might do is bring up his address, but instead, it just tries to use the address that's built in, and you don't know until it tells you whether it worked or it didn't. And in this case, it didn't. It says the address from contacts cannot be used. Please recheck it or enter it manually. Well, I gotta say that's my least favorite feature, because if it didn't work, it should at least propose the address so I can see it to type it in. Now I'd have to get out of the app, go look at his address, which I did on my iPhone, and then key it in manually. So Magellan, you guys got to fix that. All right, so let's click OK. And I get no other choice other than to do it again with another address or enter it manually. So let's try entering it manually. So we're going to go to, it can enter the city or the zip code. So I'm going to enter the zip code. And for that, we'll do the numeric 48220. And it found the city, so we'll do that. Next, it wants the street name. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in. Let's go, I want a space. No, West, very sensitive keyboard there. And now it wants the number, so I'll go ahead and put that in. And my number's in. And now it's got the address that was in that contact, but it made me do it manually. So it tells me it's 6.8 miles away. It's going to take about 4.7, or ETA is going to be 4:57. We're at 4:44 now, and we'll go ahead and hit go. All right, so now we get to see this in action. And we heard the take the next right because the speaker is now playing through the speaker that's built in. So let's go ahead and start off. And I love the lane assistance.
Towards I-6, 96 East.
So I got lane assist right here with the nice street displays. That's one of my favorite features of any GPS.
You're over the speed limit.
Now it did give me an audible "you're over the speed limit" warning, so that was pretty cool.
Arriving at destination on the right.
Okay, we're here. And I gotta say, the Magellan app performed great. So that's it for this video review of the Magellan Car Kit, which works with your iPhone, iPod Touch, or any navigation app. And of course, the Magellan Navigation App. And I did this all on a second generation iPod Touch 16 gig. So, even though the iPod doesn't have a GPS built in, the Car Kit is what enables it to become a GPS device, and of course, with their app. That's it for BestAppSite.com. My name is Terry White. Thanks for watching.